Welcome back to Burn and Barrel, and today we're going to be reviewing Still Austin Cask Strength Rye. Still Austin is a distillery that is located in Austin, Texas. They pride themselves of sourcing their grain locally and aging locally in their own warehouse. This bottle is their Cask Strength Rye, which is 100% Texas Rye Whiskey. It is also aged a minimum of 2 years. The bottle shape for this whiskey is more of a wine-shaped bottle. It also has a lot of information about this specific bottle on the back, and on the front has more information about the proof and other things about this whiskey. It also features some beautiful artwork on the front as well. And now, let's get right into the review.
So I've gone ahead and poured up some of these Still Austin Cask Strength Rye here. So let's go ahead and get right into the review. So of course, we start off with the color. So as you can see, the color on this is pretty decent. It's not like super dark, but then again, it's also not super light either. This is a 2-year product, I believe. Yeah, it's aged at least 2 years, but it's in Texas. So because of that, you're gonna get kind of more of like a rapid aging effect just because of the Texas humidity and the heat. But like I said, even though with this bottle, just 2-year product, like this thing is not super light at all for a 2-year. And when you think 2-year, you think, pretty young, pretty still in the process. But this one, considering it's that Texas heat aging it kind of has that rapid intensification. So this could be up to like a 4 or 6 year, like Kentucky or somewhere else kind of product. Just from like a color and from a taste standpoint. But with the color, let's go ahead and get right into that nose. So I'm getting some citrus, probably more lemon. That's what I'm getting. It's a lemon. It's like vanilla-y too, but like almost kind of like cake, like a cakey type thing, like doughy vanilla type thing. So kind of like a lemon cake. Like a little baking spice kind of on the end too there. Yeah, it's sweet. It's not like super sweet, like overbearingly sweet or nothing, but I definitely get a lot of good sweet notes on here. A lot of good balance as well. Like I said, I get some, a little bit of that baking spice on the end too. But it kind of just helps balance out that lemony cake type note on the front. Super nice. I really enjoyed that. So yeah, let's just get right into the palate. Yeah, that's pretty decent. Not too hot, considering is it a Cask Strength Rye at, what proof is this? I don't remember. 116 proof. Considering it is Cask Strength and a rye as well. Typically, I would expect it to be more bitey, more, up in your face type note, but I'm really not getting that, if I'm honest with you. Like up front, I'm getting more of it's definitely like, well, how would I describe it? Definitely more like orangey kind of vibe. A little bit orangey, a little bit of that oak in there. I'm also still getting that baking spice kind of on the back end of it. Again, nothing crazy out of whack, like out of balance. But I'm definitely getting a good balance of flavors on this. So the middle of the palate to me, the beginning of the palate to me starts off with that nice little caramelly, kind of orangey type thing. Then it transitions in the middle to, you get that oak in there, maybe a little bit of a young grain. Because again, I reiterate, this is still just a 2-year product. So it's not like, even though it is a 2-year product, from Texas, so you would expect it to be more robust than a normal 2-year product elsewhere, you still get that grainy note just because it is 2 years. But again, it's not overwhelming grain. Like, I'm not thinking, wow, this is just straight, like, I ate a piece of raw rye. But it's also there. I can still sense it. I still feel it. I still taste it. So it's still incorporated, but not super overbearing. It doesn't ruin the sip at all. It kind of just enhances it, gives you a little bit more to kind of ruminate over, kind of feel a little bit. But so I get a little bit of that graininess in the middle of the palate. Then on the end, it going into the finish, it gets a little bit more, continues that oak, but then the baking spice I talked about on the nose kind of goes in as well. But speaking of the finish, I would say it's not super long. It's definitely more of a medium type finish. Not super long, not overbearing, not gonna overstay its welcome, but it is a decent length of a finish. It also has a little of that oak, but it becomes more peppery because, like, with the baking spice, right, you get like a lot of just different kind of spices that a baker would use. So you maybe a little nutmeg, maybe a little like clover, and maybe some pepper. All these different kinds of spices, right? I'm no baking expert, but that's just the typical. You just get like an overwhelming sense of just spice in your mouth. Not really a particular one, just kind of just spices. And pepper is included in that. But when it goes to the finish, it singles out more of the peppery, like a black pepper type thing, and that's kind of what it goes on the finish there, along with that oak and a little bit of sweetness, and then it just goes like a medium length and then goes away. So not overstaying its welcome, but not just completely disappearing on you really quickly. But yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people like Still Austin, and I do too. And I hadn't tried many of their products. Like, I think I had the regular version of this before. And I thought it was good, but I didn't think, nothing crazy. However, now that I've had this one, I understand. I don't think I've tried the Cask Strength bourbon or the regular bourbon. I don't think. I may have, but I don't remember it. I know I have had the Cask Strength Rye, and I want to try some of their other special releases. Like I think there's a cigar blend they have, and maybe another special kind of finish. But the Still Austin distribution around my area is not super there. Like, I get, like, this is in the stores, and then maybe like the regular version, or maybe like the regular bourbon, and maybe the Cask Strength bourbon every once in a while. Like, those four kind of just appear around here sometimes, but not like a ton. They're not consistent shelf stable products. But especially the special releases, like a lot of them are distillery only, all those definitely not around here. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. As far as this particular Still Austin release goes, I really enjoy it. Like I said, all the notes I mentioned, not super sweet, not super savory, and not super rye forward. You can definitely tell it's a rye, but it's not like super in your face, this is a rye. As far as a rating goes, an easy 7 out of 10 for me. Like, this is definitely good bit better than an average pour. The only thing that really takes it back for me is the fact that the finish is not super long and it doesn't stay around a ton. It's just there. And for me, I prefer a little bit more sweetness in my palate. So like the fact that this is more balanced is good, and some people may love it, and I do love it. It's just, if it had more sweetness, not to where it was just completely sweetness, not that, I don't really care for that, but between a spice, a savory, or a sweet note, I prefer a little bit of the sweeter ones. Hence why I'm a big Woodford Double Oak fan, and any Double Oak kind of fan. Those are the things I kind of lean towards. So, but as far as this one goes, easy 7 out of 10. If you haven't tried the Still Austin, I really recommend them, especially this one. If you've had the regular ones but haven't had the Cask Strengths, I highly recommend you get it. And for this price point, I don't remember how much this was, maybe 60, 65 bucks. Could be wrong, but definitely in that $60 to $80 range. For a 2-year Texas whiskey, this is incredible stuff.
I hope you've enjoyed this review of Still Austin's Cask Strength Rye. I have left a summarized version of the review in the description below, along with the product link for Still Austin's website. Let me know what you've thought of this bottle down below if you've gotten a chance to try it. There are a couple videos that are going to pop up on your screen now, so don't forget to check those out and some of the other reviews that I have done on this channel. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time here on Burn and Barrel.